All right, I think that's enough time for Nate to get over there. So Charlie couldn't be here for this morning's Finance Committee meeting. He's doing an internal staff meeting, so I'll just had the meeting and do the manager's report for him. Charlie left me some notes. He says that we've moved forward with temp staffing account solution for accounts payable and accounts receivable to help with those processes for the next 60 days. The total expense falls below his council authorization approval. We just wanted to let you all know. And thought you should be informed. So Carrie's getting the final price, but it's likely around $27 an hour, including benefits. And so that'll run for 60 days. And then this will be able to help the finance team not only better process bills, but also address the reconciliation of past practices more directly. So free up Deb and Ashley to do a little bit more high-level work while accounts payable and accounts receivable is being handled by the temp. He wants to let you know that Matt Williams continues to sabotage all efforts to pass a reasonable budget. Yesterday, he demanded that the city buy $5 million in rollerblades for all citizens, but Charlie declined. And then the budget book is on track for finalizing the log changes from the council meetings, including the most recent one. So at next week's meeting, we'll just continue the discussion on the larger items like debt, ARPA, capital, overall city staffing, and the COLAs, and answer any remaining questions the council has before going to the special meeting on the 26th for the vote. That was it.
Holy smokes.
What kind of rollerblades?
Oh, I have no idea. The worst kind. Nate, do you have any updates?
It's only 8:01. Obviously, myself and the team obviously are still finalizing the budget book like we talked about. We're excited because I feel like we're getting to that point where we're about ready to present the final piece, all the changes, and obviously Tammy's post-it notes that we're working on. But day by day, we're getting there. We had a Zoom call with the auditor and Tammy, who works at the office, working on the past reconciliations. And I feel like we're making some good progress and good headway on that for fiscal year 23, which has me excited. Maybe I'm a nerd about this, but I'm so excited to get started on that fiscal year 24 reconciliations. So we're almost at that point, I think, where I can start doing that. So I'm excited about that.
Yes is the answer.
Yeah, hey, I know. That's okay. I was waiting for somebody to say it.
But in all the good ways.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd too then.
Yeah.
So, yes.
It's a bunch of nerds here. You're in the company.
I need it reconciled. We met with the team, the management team, on Wednesday to talk about kind of the processes as far as the approving invoices and warrants and stuff like that. It brought up a discussion, because we're just trying to not free up their time, but we're trying to make it to where Thursday is not spent all day trying to get the warrant put together. It's a process. So we're trying to develop some deadlines, timelines as far as when staff gets the invoices to them and when, basically like, okay, by, let's just say 3 o'clock on Wednesday, all invoices are in, entered, go in and approve. So that way they know they're not chasing people down Thursday during the day trying to get the warrant done. Because there's been days, or I should say there's been weeks that they're not getting the warrant done until 6 o'clock on Thursdays, and that's late. So we're trying to get it so their time is well spent. So that's a discussion that we had. We're trying to get some policies and procedures in place. And obviously, with the budget book and the reconciliations, it's kind of one of those things like, we're trying to focus on that, but we're also trying to get some policies and procedures in place, like I said, for the future, so we can have best practices in the finance department. So that's kind of how the week's been, working on the budget book and getting the reconciliation stuff in the past cleared up. So that's about all I have for this week.
Perfect. Any questions from you guys?
I have a comment, different subject.
All right.
Since this is a finance meeting, as you all know, as most of you, I've been critical of the sewer department since I've been on the council, and I've learned a lot of great things, like the city's not paying their share of that, so their financials are a little bit tainted. But one thing that is haunting me is that the outside sewer, which I would like to accept none, but that's not the wish of the city. But I would I would ask, again, that everybody pay the same rate. We've got different contractors paying different rates, and it costs the same to produce or process sewer. Doesn't matter where it comes from, the variable cost is all the same. And I would like to see the city establish a fair rate for everybody, not these jumbled rates based on volume. I don't think that's fair. You've got Ellsworth taxpayers that are in that business paying more than an outside company that is bringing stuff in. I'm sorry, I just don't think that's fair. If we're going to take in sewer, every contractor that dumps there needs to pay the same rate, not a jumbled rate. We need to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think I remember Mike talking about that at one of the budget workshops, how there might be some history to like past agreements, but it's just something that could be looked at, just see what those agreements say. And, yeah.
It's just not fair.
How are the rates set? Just through a contract?
I don't think so, but you could speak to that better.
No, I actually don't know how the
I
rates are
think
set.
it's in one of the ordinances or policies.
There is
I
a-
feel
yeah.
like, yeah, maybe the council definitely sets the rate,
Mhm.
I think.
I think it'd be in the sewer ordinance.
You know, I don't
Sewers,
think
yeah,
that's been
so-
going on. I don't think the council has set the rate. And if
Maybe
that's-
that's,
Maybe because it's in the ordinance and. yeah, so-
Number
Maybe
one, it
there's
needs to
something-
get bumped up, and number two, and if it doesn't get bumped up, okay, then it doesn't get bumped up. But everybody pay the same, not Joe pay one rate and Sam pay another. That just is not fair to anybody.
could
I'd be-
someone, oh, sorry, go ahead. No, I was gonna say, maybe someone send out the policy to the city council just
Yeah.
to confirm, so we can all look at it. and-
I got,
Put it on the audit list of things that we're kind of
Last-
auditing throughout the city.
Yeah, I think that would be.
last year, I asked for the revenues and the volumes. It was when Glenn was here, and there was less foolishness, and I asked for those numbers, and I got those numbers, and volumes and dollars, and they were all over the place. And it's a great time to set that rate for every contractor that comes through.
I would be
Yeah.
interested to see what other municipalities or districts are doing for larger scale, just to kind of get a comparison.
I don't
as
think a
well.
lot of other districts take sewer
That's
from
not true.
outside contractors.
Yeah, I think the
That's a-
closest is Brewer.
Right.
Yeah, but Brewer and Bangor would be a good comparison to see what they're taking, you know, especially Brewer's closest in our size.
Well, and again, if we're gonna take sewer, and again, this is a bone of contention, if we're gonna take sewer from other towns, that's all well and good. But don't forget, the towns east of here have a cost to go all the way to Brewer. And I'm not suggesting they pay any more, but I'm suggesting that everybody pay the same. Everybody pay the same. Whatever that number is. I would like to see that number bump up, but everybody needs the same treatment.
All right, looking at the, at least how the rates are set to the council in short term, and then look at comparisons to how other municipalities accept sewer and set their rates.
I'd be interested. It'd be good, it's just
Yeah.
good for all of us to know, and if we're way. out
Last
of-
year's numbers, they were,
If we're
all
way out
over
of
the place.
market or.
Yep.
Something to address for sure. I'm all for uniformity and that kind of stuff. if
yes,
it's possible.
we have to be fair.
All right.
Anybody in the public?
Yeah,
Oh, oh,
anybody?
wait.
It's too nice out today.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, click record.
Click.
Holy
Nate, we're
smokes,
done.
yeah.